There is no excuse for not living up to your fullest potential. No excuse.
The excuse that I've been hearing is self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. Well, you know, he does okay, but then, you know, he gets close to winning and he just, you know, does self-sabotage. What does that even mean? Actually, rhetorical question. I'll tell you what it means. Self-sabotage means lack of discipline. Self-sabotage means, oh, he didn't do what he's supposed to do to win because he was too lazy to do it. That's what's going on. People say along the same lines, oh, well, no, he's afraid to win. Afraid to win, negative. Actually, what this person's problem is, they're not afraid to win, they're afraid to work. Never mind this self-sabotage. Play to win.
If you get from being a loser, low self-esteem, doubt, and fear, and if you can find your way on this side, guys, it's sweeter on this side. You know what's so funny? We want people to make guarantees to us, but we're not willing to make guarantees to ourselves. Now, bro, I'm gonna say it again. Like somebody gave you a guarantee, $30-day guarantee. In 30 days, if you don't make what they told you was gonna make, in 30 days you got an attitude, you want your money back. But you've never demanded your money back from yourself. You've never looked at yourself in the mirror and said, you let you down. Until you get to that point, you let you down. You're not brave enough. You want to put it on somebody else. The reason why I'm not successful is because of my boss. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down.
What are your options? Okay, you're upside down financially, relationship went south, your credit card debt is up, you got fired from your job. Okay, you're in a terrible situation. What are your options? What you have to do is prioritize and execute. Like, I got all these bad things going on in my life. What is my biggest problem right now? And you got to say, okay, I got to start with solving that problem. You got to start to take action. You got to take action and move forward. And if you don't, the downward spiral doesn't end. If you allow it to continue to go down, that's where it's going to end up. And so you just have to, what are my options? Abandon the whole thing? No, that's not the option. That is not the option. What can I make better right now? And start to reassemble things and put them back together. You have the option of being disciplined. The idea that discipline is natural or it's innate. And actually my middle daughter, who's a jiu-jitsu player, she was actually speaking the other day. She was speaking about discipline. She said, my dad and I, we went to the gym the other day and we were both training and we get done and we're kind of sitting up on the mats. And I look at her and I said, not one part of me wanted to come train today. Like 0% of me wanted to come train today. And I'm so glad I came and trained because, you know, you always feel great when you get done training. So my daughter went and spoke to this group and she said, my dad, Mr. Discipline, who's been on this path for however many decades, my dad didn't want to train. And he had to go, hey, doesn't matter whether you want to do it or not, you got to have the discipline, go do it. And he did, and he got done with it. That's a good thing to remember, that discipline isn't just, oh, this person is, quote, more disciplined than this other person. It's like, no, this person is choosing discipline, this person is not. That's the way it is.
Well, make men safe by making them weak. In fact, they're much more dangerous when they're weak because they'll stab you in the back when they get the chance, or take advantage of you when they get the chance. You make men safe, let's say, by making them strong and then by making sure that they're disciplined.
And when you don't have a sense of urgency, things aren't going to happen. You need to make things happen, as we already discussed. They're not just going to happen for you. You are not going to become a good fighter unless you make it happen. And you're not going to do anything in life unless you make it happen. So if you feel like right now you're looking around and you're lost or directionless, I would take about 15 minutes and figure out what the hell you want to do with your life, and I would start getting after it.
I don't want nothing from you but for you to leave this room and know what you want. What do you want in your marriage? What do you want with your son and your daughter? What do you want in your health? What do you want financially? Like, how much money do you want to make a year? What do you want to drive? How do you want to live? Stop just waking up like an accident. What do you want? And then once you find out what you want, spend the rest of your natural life waking up and going after it. What changed? I changed. And I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me. And I said, I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power every single day. I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim. Now, let me say this before I move forward, and I can't explain it, but you better feel me. Winners win and losers lose. I can't explain it any better than that. I don't know how it happens, but winners win. And if you create a culture of losing, if you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture.
When you get in the game is where the growth happens. The growth doesn't happen before the commitment. The growth happens after the commitment. Never expect anything great in your life before you commit. Life doesn't come to you. You have to come to life. And the moment that you and I are willing to say, I believe in me, and make that commitment, it starts to come back.
What I do tell people is to get after it. That's what I tell people, to get after it. I tell people to do the things that they know they're supposed to do. Right? There's things that you know you're supposed to do as a human being. Things that you know are going to improve your life. Do those things. There's things that you know are going to make you a worse person and make your life worse. Don't do those things. Don't do the things that are making you weaker. Start doing the things that are going to make you stronger and smarter and faster and healthier and going to make you a better human being. You want to be more disciplined? Get after it. That's it, man. Get up early. Do some kind of workout. Eat good foods. Clean your room. Make a list of things that you're supposed to do in your life, and then wake up in the morning and do those things that you put on the list. That's what discipline is. And no, it is not easy. But you're not going to get it from anyone else but you. And it's worth it, and it is the thing that is going to bring you freedom. So you don't get discipline from your parents. You don't get discipline from your parents, from your grandparents, from your older brothers and sisters. You don't get discipline from an external source. You have to get it from you. That's what self-discipline is. You get it from yourself. You get it from you. There's people from every possible background, from no parents to crazy parents to drug-addicted parents, to super squared-away parents, and everywhere in between on that spectrum that are completely disciplined people. More disciplined than anyone I know. Being in the military does not make you a disciplined person. Being from a disciplined family does not make you a disciplined person. Being in a disciplined group does not make you a disciplined person. What makes you a disciplined person is choosing to be disciplined.
The only value of a rubber band is when it's stretched. As long as it is laying in its easy, comfortable state, it has no function. But the moment you make it get bigger to hold something together, all of a sudden, it has value. Only as I expand myself do I prove myself. Growth desires and needs to be stretched. And when we're stretched, that's when we become who we're supposed to be.